Hello, basketball people, we have news. Let's go to more news about the Golden State Warriors. I ask you to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I am a Warriors fan. The Warriors' issue with Jonathan Kuminga involves coach Steve Kerr. Kuminga is demanding a starting role and more minutes on the court, and Steve Kerr doesn't have complete confidence in him. Kuminga has currently stated that he will not stay with the Warriors and will look for another team to develop his game and pursue stardom. Kuminga is being sought by the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns have emerged as a serious suitor for Warriors forward Jonathan Kuminga. When taking their offer into consideration, we attempt to present a trade proposal that facilitates Kuminga's move to Phoenix. The Golden State Warriors saga with Jonathan Kuminga has been one of the talking points of the offseason. As Kuminga remains adamant in his trade demands, the Phoenix Suns have emerged as a potential trade destination. The current situation sees the Warriors in a relatively weakened position. Although Kuminga is a restricted free agent, he currently holds some leverage over Golden State. This is primarily because contract negotiations with the forward are currently. The 22-year-old reportedly expects to earn an annual salary of $30 million. Needless to say, the Warriors aren't prepared to comply. This situation has opened the door for teams like the Suns and Kings to present trade offers. The Dubs haven't been inclined to entertain Sacramento's trade offer, primarily due to the exclusion of Keon Ellis from negotiations. This gives the Suns a solid chance of acquiring the 22-year-old forward. To facilitate this deal, we present a proposal that would allow Phoenix to acquire Kuminga in a sign-and-trade scenario. Golden State Warriors receive Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, Nick Richards, 2027 first-round pick, with swap. Phoenix Suns receive Jonathan Kuminga. This proposal has significant benefits for both teams involved, particularly for the Warriors, as it allows them to sign two of their key free agent targets right away. The Warriors add necessary roster depth. The Warriors may benefit more from this trade in the greater scheme of things. With the addition of three capable role players and a first-round draft pick, the Dubs may be significantly better off heading into the upcoming season. The additions of Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal would be huge for Golden State's wing depth. Both Allen and O'Neal are terrific 3-and-D players. Last season, Allen averaged 10.6 points and 3.2 rebounds on shooting splits of 44.8% from the field and 42.6% from three-point range. Allen's efficiency as a perimeter shooter would make him a natural fit with the Dubs, and his defensive intensity would give their bench rotation a much-needed boost. O'Neal brings a skill set similar to Allen's. With an average of 9.1 points and 4.7 rebounds last season, the forward shot 42.3% from the field and 40.6% from beyond the arc. The 32-year-old primarily contributes on the defensive end, often tasked with guarding top wing scorers. His ability to stay in front of his man while also being able to guard multiple positions could be viewed favorably by Golden State's front office. While bolstering their wing depth, the Warriors would also acquire a capable big man in Nick Richards. The 27-year-old has shown himself to be a serviceable center who would provide the Warriors with depth in their frontcourt rotation. Last season, Richards averaged 9.3 points and 8.2 rebounds per game. Given his limited perimeter shooting, he could be an ideal replacement for Kevin Looney, who joined the Pelicans as a free agent this offseason. Richards' addition could be key to improving Golden State's rebounding efforts. With a legitimate 7-footer on their team who can crash the glass, the Dubs may see a lot of value in this acquisition. The Warriors may not do this deal. Although this deal offers clear benefits for both teams involved, it is quite likely that Golden State will pass on this proposal, primarily because of the package being centered around Grayson Allen. A recent report by ClutchPoint's Brett Siegel suggested that the Warriors have no interest in Allen, regardless of how he could have a positive impact on the team. This becomes an obstacle in facilitating a trade with the Suns. While Kuminga isn't in a rush to get a deal done, the Dubs may benefit from facilitating a move sooner rather than later. Should Horford and Melton opt to sign with other teams in this time of uncertainty, Golden State could be in a bad spot heading into the upcoming season. Why hasn't Steve Kerr embraced this young man? Golden State Warriors standoff with Jonathan Kuminga gets questioned by analysts. Former NBA player turned analyst Kendrick Perkins recently called out Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr for how the team has handled Jonathan Kuminga's restricted free agency this summer. "He's gotten better every single season," Perkins said about Kuminga on NBA Today. "He brings athleticism to the table on both ends of the floor, he's gotten better offensively, he's one of the most athletic guys in the NBA. My question to the Warriors, the organization, and Steve Kerr, is why hasn't Steve Kerr embraced this young man?" he asked. "That's what the Warriors need to do. They need to value this young man because he's elite." The Golden State Warriors are not in a rush to offer Kuminga a new contract, considering the other notable restricted free agents are in a similar situation with their respective teams, such as Quentin Grimes, Cam Thomas, and Josh Giddey. Golden State Warriors news: Jonathan Kuminga's agent sets the record straight. Jonathan Kuminga's agent, Aaron Turner, recently denied claims that his client turned down a viable contract extension offer from the Golden State Warriors before becoming a restricted free agent this offseason. Warriors should acquire 6'10" three-point threat, former number 10 pick via Jonathan Kuminga swap. The Golden State Warriors' 22-year-old rising star Jonathan Kuminga has managed to capture the attention of the broader NBA world this summer. Kuminga's ongoing restricted free agency saga has kept fans and media members alike on their toes throughout the early stages of the offseason, and no progress has been made on any front with regard to a potential sign-and trade. The athletic wing has remained patient, but the Warriors have continued to look around the league for a trade partner in an effort to end the stalemate. Golden State has reportedly conducted ineffective talks with the Sacramento Kings and Phoenix Suns, but recent updates have indicated that the Chicago Bulls might emerge as an interested party. If the Bulls prove to be a persistent option, the Warriors could look to nab a former lottery pick and versatile frontcourt force, Jalen Smith, in a possible deal. Kuminga wants a new situation, Clutch Point's Brett Siegel wrote Friday afternoon. "We've reported on this extensively at Clutch Points, and the 22-year-old has signaled that the role he wants moving forward isn't obtainable with the Warriors. That is why the two sides have searched throughout the NBA for potential sign-and-trade opportunities. At one point, the two sides were hopeful something would happen with the Bulls near the start of free agency. That hope still exists now, but Chicago has yet to signal that they want to bring in Kuminga since they want to sort out Giddey's mess first. While it's not a given that Chicago will be gunning for Kuminga due to fellow restricted free agent Josh Giddey's unfolding situation, the Bulls could offer a few players with attractive playstyles to Golden State's general manager Mike Dunleavy. By prospectively acquiring a floor stretcher like Smith along with another young piece like Ayo Dosunmu in a hypothetical sign-and trade, the Warriors could supply their four-time NBA champion and 2022 NBA Finals MVP Stephen Curry with a serviceable partner in pick-and-fade actions. In 64 appearances with the Bulls in 2024-25, the former number 10 overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft to the Phoenix Suns contributed 8.2 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 0.7 blocks in just 15 minutes of action. The 6'10" center's 32.4% accuracy from three-point range may quell some of the Warriors' interest, but he's proven to be a lethal distance shooting threat in large sample sizes in the past. One could point to his wonderful 2023-24 campaign as a member of the Indiana Pacers, when he connected on 42.4% of his 2.4 attempts from long range in 61 contests. Worst-case scenario: how Kuminga can paralyze Warriors' future. The Golden State Warriors and Jonathan Kuminga find themselves in a critical situation. The Warriors hoped that they could unload Kuminga this summer and upgrade their roster. It is clear that he is not part of their future, but can they mend fences and find a way that benefits both sides? Right now, it seems like Kuminga is determined to find a team that values him. But he can also make a move that will completely ruin the short-term future of the Golden State Warriors. Worst-case scenario: how Kuminga can paralyze Warriors' future. Before free agency began, the Golden State Warriors extended a qualifying offer to Kuminga, hoping to use him as an asset in the future. That ensured that he would be a restricted free agent. According to the latest reports by Shams Charania, the former lottery pick is in no rush to sign the offer. The two sides have been working on a deal that will benefit both. For Kuminga, that means finding a team that will guarantee him a starting spot and playing time. For the Warriors, it means getting assets back that can help their short-term future and compete in the next 2 years. The problem is that, because of the lack of cap space among teams, the market for restricted free agents is almost non-existent. Kuminga and his camp are looking for sign-and-trade options. Yet, if they do not find one, they can always come back and accept the qualifying offer, which is valued at $7.9 million. The timing is everything here. The Warriors can no longer rescind that offer. And if Kuminga waits and signs that offer sometimes in September, he has time until October 1st, he will essentially become an expiring contract they cannot trade. Due to NBA rules, teams cannot trade their players for 6 months after they sign them. So, if Kuminga signs the offer in September, he will not be eligible for trades at the February deadline. He will lose money, but also become an unrestricted free agent next summer. And until they sort the Kuminga deal, they are not ready to make other signings. The Warriors cannot afford to lose Kuminga for nothing. The tension between the two sides can reach a critical point. For the Warriors, it is crucial that they find a solution sooner rather than later. Last offseason, Lauri Markkanen did a similar thing, signing a contract where he would not be eligible to be dealt last season. The difference is that he signed a long-term contract, but the idea was the same: get a 1-year, no-trade clause. The Warriors do not have many assets they can use to improve their roster besides Kuminga. If he signs the offer sheet in September, they will have to play him. History shows they are not interested in playing him, with head coach Steve Kerr even saying that Kuminga is not a guy he can play and expect to win. Besides Kuminga, their remaining trade assets include Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, and Brandon Podziemski. But they are all part of the rotation. Kuminga is the guy who will decide the short-term future of the Golden State Warriors. That has been the case for a few years now. But this summer, that statement is truer than ever. The worst-case scenario for GSW is Kuminga signs the offer sheet, becomes ineligible for trades, and they cannot find a spot for him in the rotation. He can sit out the entire year and walk away next season for nothing, hoping to find a team that will give him a chance. Considering that the Warriors are on a 2-year window with Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green, losing 1 year because of Kuminga will be devastating. Warriors eyeing skilled 2-time NBA champion as Al Horford backup plan, per Insider. The Golden State Warriors have been trying desperately to add serviceable center talent to their roster in the aftermath of 3-time NBA champion Kevin Looney's departure. Looney's decision to join the New Orleans Pelicans as a free agent put pressure on Golden State to fill the void, and the 39-year-old Al Horford has been tagged as his likely replacement. Unfortunately, Jonathan Kuminga's ongoing bid as a restricted free agency has created a rather anticlimactic stalemate between he and the franchise, delaying a potential agreement between Golden State and the aging big man. Between Kuminga's summer saga and Horford reportedly mulling retirement as a secondary career choice, the Warriors may have to get creative in the very near future. According to recent updates, the organization may already have a plan in place in the event of Horford calling it a career. The main reason Horford and Melton, or any other player, have yet to sign with the Warriors is because of Kuminga's holdout, ClutchPoint's Brett Siegel wrote Friday. If, by some chance, Horford decides he no longer wants to wait on the Warriors and he ultimately retires or joins another team, Trey Lyles and Chris Boucher would become backup plans for this team. Until Horford signs, these two are forced to wait in free agency. Golden State is the only team being linked to Horford at this juncture, especially after Summer League. Though the 10-year veteran forward Trey Lyles would be an attractive option thanks to his catch-and-shoot prowess, the all-around offensive skill set of Chris Boucher may be a better fit for the Warriors scheme. At 6'9", the 32-year-old agile frontcourt force has developed into a versatile scorer and consistent distance-shooting threat with an underrated handle. In 50 appearances with the Toronto Raptors this past season, Boucher contributed 10.0 points and 4.5 rebounds while knocking down 36.3% of his career-high 3.9 attempts from three-point range. While Boucher might not compare to Horford on the defensive end, even as he prepares for what may be his 19th NBA campaign, His added offensive punch could provide a world of support for the Warriors' four-time NBA champion and 2022 NBA Finals MVP Stephen Curry.